Hi, I'm Paul Murphy. I'm an associate professor of performing arts music, and we have a really exciting degree. We have all kinds of a lot of live performances that happen in the classroom. We have private lessons. We have ensembles. We have music theory. It's a great program. We have fantastic faculty, as you'll see, and you'll get a lot of one-on-one attention with us.
Hello everyone, I'm Kwan Fan Leo, and I teach music courses here at CI, music history class, music theory, as well as ensemble classes. I'm looking forward for you to joining us.
Hi, I'm Steve Marsh. I'm a lecturer here at CI, and I teach woodwind instruments, and I teach a variety of other courses, the very nice multicultural world music course, music history, history of rock, a whole bunch of different classes, and we look forward to seeing you out on campus.
Hello, my name is Ray Mcnamara, and I'm the drumming instructor here, and I offer a few different courses. The two I'd like to alert you to is the steel drumming course and the African drumming course, because they are designed for all students. You don't have to be a major. But if you happen to be a major and you have some experience in that, we'd love to have you, of course. I also will teach private lessons, and I have an education course called Intro to Music and Dance for Elementary Education. So welcome.
The history of the Beatles music. We have a course that goes chronologically throughout their history. It's a very popular course. We often offer 3 sections of it a semester. We have some other great courses, Jazz in America, which goes over jazz history, talks about the culture and society. We have a fantastic class that my colleague Steve Marsh down there teaches. It's world music. One of the great things about all these classes is we're so close to Los Angeles. We're all professional musicians, and many of us worked and continue to work in the field professionally. So we have a lot of great connections. We bring some of the top-notch artists from Los Angeles to campus to perform for the students, to interact with them, to do Q&As with the students. It's really a rare experience that these students get in these classes. So whether you're taking jazz, world music, or music and history, or Beatles or rock, you're going to get in-class performances by world-class musicians. So it's really a special thing that we have going here at CI. I mentioned ensembles. Of course, Ray just mentioned his African drumming and steel band ensemble. I direct a contemporary music ensemble. We have a chamber ensemble. Kwan Fan directs the university chorus. There's performance opportunities for our students to play on campus, oftentimes off campus, to work with top professionals in the field. In my contemporary music ensemble, we recorded 2 albums with 4-time Grammy Award winning Jeff Emmerich, who recorded the Beatles. So we're talking, students get an incredible opportunity to perform, and we ask and demand that they do, and they love it.
Many of our transferred students came with an AA degree in music from community colleges. Those students will be able to smoothly transition into most of our upper division courses right away, and they can project their graduation dates in about 2 years. In addition, we work on freshmen who have been studying music privately or through their high school programs to join us. We have a line of excellent faculty members. Some of you meet today. There are others as well. They are experts in their field of studies and are actively performing, publishing in music industry and concert halls as well. And this, of course, also applies to students with minimum musical backgrounds prior to coming to CI. We have a pathway to help you equip yourselves for either for future workforces or to continue education into graduate schools.
There's quite a variety going on here. There are the traditional kind of scholarly research things that can happen in some of our upper division courses, like music and history, jazz. World music usually involves some research, but we also have a lot of hands-on opportunities. And really for musicians, when you're playing your instrument, you're doing research, that will cumulatively add up to whether you can make it as a professional musician. So we do offer several ensembles. There's the contemporary music ensemble some semesters, and then the chamber ensemble. So those are opportunities for students to perform in an ensemble setting and practice balancing and blending and playing in tune with other musicians and playing repertoire. So those are all very, very valuable skills. We all teach private lessons, as was stated earlier. So that's a big thing for music students to really get their skills together on whatever particular instrument or voice they deal with the aim of, getting good enough to be a professional someday. Our music theory students, I know through Malia's class, get a chance to write compositions. For instance, they get to write for string quartet sometimes. So those are very valuable experiences as well. Also, we have something once a year, a big blowout festival called Arts Under the Stars, where all our dancers and musicians and theater people do a big performance on a big stage, and there's big video screens on each side and a totally professional sound system. So that's something that they work for, and that's like a really big show, and hundreds of people, close to 1,000 people show up to watch the show sometimes.
We train our students with the very, very practical skills. So when they leave the institution here, they can go right into the music industry, but they could also go into academia. They can go to grad school and compete at that level. But we really want to give them the practical skills for collaborative music making, which is really the idea of being able to communicate with other musicians. In addition to the practical musical skills that we want to give them, how to read music, write music, produce music, and all that, we also want to give them the interpersonal skills that's really needed in the music industry, which is an important part of, networking and building those relationships for success, to build a successful musical career.
Get to know your faculty. We are a very small program. We know each and every one of our students, and they're in our, each of our classes, and we discuss the students. Really take advantage of this excellent faculty and really get to know them. Another really strong piece of advice I have is get to know your advisor, your performing arts advisor. This is very important. You want to get the best advice of what classes you should be taking in what semester, and all those kinds of things, because you don't want to get out of sequence with, let's say, in the music theory sequence or other things. I would suggest in your first couple of weeks, try and set up an appointment right away with your, not just a university advisor, but your performing arts advisor.
Get your time management skills ready to go as well, because as musicians, we have our general ed classes and whatever other classes we take. But also we need to practice our instruments or practice singing several hours every day. So it makes for kind of a busy life while you're at the university, but just keep in mind that every hour that you practice is adding up towards getting you to those professional standards, where you can, because all these jobs are very competitive for musicians, probably more now than ever, and also to get a good teaching position somewhere, extremely competitive. So you really have to, people who are getting into this field really need to strive to be at the top of the game, best in the world if possible. And then you can't be denied. You'll get the jobs if you put in the hard work and the practicing.